Hello, Warriors. This is Mrs. Lozano, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about Christian service hours at PMA. Being a warrior means learning how to be a disciple. The Christian service program at PMA is based upon the corporal and spiritual works of mercy. By learning to love our neighbor in both body and soul, we become the people whom Christ calls us to be. Our Christian service program is based on this passage from Matthew 25. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. What are the corporal and spiritual works of mercy? The corporal works focus on the body, and the spiritual works focus on the spirit. For corporal, we have feeding the hungry, giving drink to the thirsty, sheltering the homeless, clothing the naked, visiting the sick, visiting the imprisoned, and burying the dead. The spiritual works of mercy include instructing the ignorant, counseling the doubtful, admonishing sinners, forgiving offenses, comforting the afflicted, bearing wrongs patiently, and praying for the living and the dead. PMA students do not need to perform all of these. In fact, most of the opportunities to serve will likely fall under the works feeding the hungry, sheltering the homeless, clothing the naked, and visiting the sick. How many service hours are required? PMA students are required to complete 25 hours of Christian service for every year of enrollment in order to graduate, but it is our hope that you will do many more. 10 of those yearly hours may be done for PMA. This would include things like assisting teachers or volunteering to help set up or clean up for an after-school event. The remaining hours are to be served for charities and organizations other than PMA, such as the World Food Program, Precious Life Shelter, the Painted Turtle, your local parish, or other worthy causes. Often, we host events for these charities on campus, making it easier to complete your service hours. And yes, on-campus events that benefit other organizations count towards the other 15 hours. Are there volunteer opportunities that don't count as Christian service? Yes, there are. Since part of the goal of Christian service is to reach out to the community, things like babysitting and elder sitting don't really qualify. Additionally, anything for which a person receives payment or compensation does not count as service. How do I find opportunities to serve? Check your Helper app regularly to see new postings. Read your parish bulletins to find upcoming events that need volunteers. Reach out to local schools, hospitals, shelters, food banks, etc., and ask people you know. What if I found a great service opportunity, but it doesn't really fit into one of the works of mercy? It's true that there are many other ways to love our neighbor besides performing the works of mercy. Often, these ways promote one of the 7 themes of Catholic social teaching. These include life and dignity of the human person, call to family, community, and participation, rights and responsibilities, preferential option for the poor, the dignity of work and the rights of workers, solidarity, and care for God's creation. If you're unsure about what kinds of service embody these themes, talk to your theology teacher or see Mrs. Lozano. How do I keep track of my hours? Use the Helper app to add past commitments once you have performed a service project. Here is the Helper video tutorial. When you're done listening to this presentation, please click the video tutorial and then log into your account and start exploring the current opportunities. Please contact me if you have any further questions at klozano@piusmatthias.org. Thank you.